Hey guys, it's Ted with HDpiano. Here's the intro to Let Her Go. 1, 2, 3. And that takes us into the chorus. So the chorus and all the other sections of this melody version of this song are going to be on HDpiano.com. Okay, so our left hand is pretty simple in this arrangement. We have 3 chords that we're moving between. We start on C major, which I'm playing now. Then we move through D major, and then up to E minor. And even though it's not any of the chords that we're playing, G major is actually the key that we're in. So when we move up from one chord to the next, all we're doing is moving to the very next note on the G major scale in all of these chords. So that might help you out a little bit as you move up from the C major chord, because a G major scale, it's just like C major, all white keys, except that it has an F sharp. So you're just going to move to the next white key unless it's an F. And then you're going to play F sharp. So there's our chords. And let me show you now the rhythm of how we're playing these chords. We're splitting them up into a lower note and then the top 2 notes. And we're going to count it like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We'll stop there. Okay, so that's the first part. You notice we have 3 beats on C, 1 beat on D, and then 2 on E, and 2 again on D to walk back down. Okay, and that's our basic pattern. We're going to repeat that. Couple little details to show you, which are that on the second repeat, we actually wait 1 extra beat before we move back down to D from the E. So we'll go. That's on the second repeat of the phrase. And when we end the whole introduction, we're just going to hang out on the E. Okay, so if you're not sure where exactly I'm talking about, I'll play it through in a moment and then you'll hear where those moments happen. Let's look at the right hand though now. So the right hand is using only notes from the G major pentatonic scale. These 5 notes are in the G major pentatonic scale. So get comfy with these 5 notes. Right? D, E, G, A, and B. And we'll have a moment where we go up to the higher D, but still just a D. So there's only 5 notes we need to worry about in the right hand. I'm just going to play it through now very slowly for you. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Let's pause there. Now let's look at the second phrase. So picking up right where we left off. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and here's where we stay on the E minor for an extra beat before we come down to the D. So I mentioned that in the left hand, it's important to notice that moment. Okay, so the reason that I split it up into those two parts is because I think that's going to be a good way to practice it. Try and get that first 2-measure phrase and then get the second 2-measure phrase. Okay, now let's look at the repeat of this whole thing. So we just learned 4 measures, and we're going to play another 4 measures here. It's just like the first 4 measures, except it ends a little different. So we'll use this as a chance to also review what we just did. Still at a slow tempo. Let's go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and here's where it's different, 2, 3, and we'll just stop there on the repeat of the phrase. All right, so we basically have 2 very, very similar 4-measure phrases. So you can just focus on learning those 4 measures. And I'm going to play the whole thing now so you can hear how it all fits together one more time, just a little bit faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And here's where we pause in the left hand. I'll share this just in case you find this encouraging on some level. You notice I was counting in some of the beats, but not all of them. And the reason is just that it was hard. It's hard coordination-wise sometimes to count out all the beats of a measure and also play a syncopated, difficult rhythm in the right hand like this. So I just had to drop out my counting sometimes to make sure I could keep playing. So if you ever have trouble counting something aloud and you're feeling discouraged, note that I have that trouble too sometimes. It's really great practice for rhythm, though, to try doing that, counting aloud while you're playing. All right, I'm Ted with HDpiano.com, and in our next lesson sections, we'll get to look at this. The chorus, and we have some other really great sections of this song. Okay, great job on part 1. If you're on HDpiano.com already, you can click on the next video. If you're not, head on over so you can keep going with this song. If there's another song you want to learn, send us your ideas at requests.hdpiano.com. You can follow us on social media for a heads up about new lessons. And if you're on YouTube, drop us a comment because we love hearing from you. I'm Ted with HDpiano.com. Until next time.